All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Symphogear, Season 4, Episode 8. We have a decision on our hands for the main antagonist. Well, one of the antagonists. We don't know if it's the main one yet. Do you sacrifice one of your comrades or do something else? Because the dick, that is Adam, is saying that that's what you need to do.
Yes. And then if you do this, you have to choose one of them, which means you have to discriminate on some level as to one of them being worth more, less, or what have you.
Maybe this is where the philosophy that you have, that, you know, when Hibiki was like pointing the holes in it, you know, and you weren't able to deal with that.
She was punching the holes in it. She took her fist and broke through that reason with...
Well, it didn't even...
sound martial ability.
No, it didn't even take her fist. She was just like, okay, but what about all the other people? Oh, shit, I never thought about that. But now, what do you do? Because if you couldn't handle it then, how do you handle it now?
Did she do it without hesitation and regret it later?
I don't know, but this will be interesting. I'm hoping, I'm holding out for a hero that she'll end up just being like, you know, this Adam guy is kind of a dick.
Why don't I just sacrifice you?
Yeah, let's just sacrifice Adam, you know, because like you're supposed to be all perfect, right? You know, with your abs.
In some ways, though, Hibiki wins there as well, because you then basically chose someone else that you didn't like as being more worthwhile. I'm not going to do this.
Right, because maybe Adam's a horrible person.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That we got some action.
Yeah, that was a great episode. We got the double fight, and one of them was much smaller. You know, it was mostly just to kind of see Genjiro move and stuff, and that was pretty fun.
And I'm really glad that they did that, by the way, because it's most of the times when they've done the training fights, they don't actually show us beforehand that it's training.
Yeah.
So it's easier to have the tension be there, because it's like, okay, even if noise aren't really dangerous to them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fighting noise, I guess. Okay, cool.
As opposed to no one can ever actually get hurt from noise.
No one can ever actually get hurt from noise.
It's mostly just a delay.
Right. And so on top of that, to then have it be like, these aren't even real noise. It's like, well, is that...
Why should we do this at all?
Why do we care about this? Are they really getting better by training and fighting these things?
Train with Genjiro.
Train with Genjiro.
Yes!
Holy shit.
We've been waiting for this for so long.
The show's been holding out on us by not having, like, us get to see this until now. Like,
because he's literally stronger than all of them.
Yeah. Like, he was stopping Hibiki's punches with one hand,
like
casually. Like it was nothing. Like, what? Like...
See, I'm telling you. Genjiro was the foreshadowing all along of what human beings were originally capable of.
If they actually...
And Genjiro is just a normal human. Oh my God. That's the thing.
So then Symphogear literally just exists because noise exists, but noise aren't really a problem anyways.
No. Symphogear are a way of coming closer and closer to the original state of humans, but eventually...
Genjiro just figured it out because he watched movies.
No. Genjiro is something else. But the idea is that eventually, Hibiki will cast off the gear. Because she'll be wearing her love as her own armor. That is it.
Wait, so Miku will be like on her back or something?
Yeah, she'll fuse with Miko.
Miku. Yes, right, exactly.
Clearly. But we also saw a really cool bit of stuff with Chris, and combining that to have Maria have her fight here, given that she's been the other character that's been focusing on overcoming the past, is really fun.
Yep.
And then having them both together have their really cool moment where they fight Cagliostro, who has a really cool...
That was fucking awesome.
Inbox, like boxing style, like Ippo, where she's like going into like the full-on peekaboo style.
It's something where because Symphogear has kept getting more and more ridiculous, I feel like the actual person-to-person, like, in-depth combat is something that we haven't gotten to see in a long time.
Yeah.
In a way that makes sense, because it's
a lot of spell casting.
It's a lot of spell casting. It's not we punch each other and we have to do martial arts stuff. It's we make a sword into a ship with rockets that then is a way to deliver a person that's going to punch you, right?
Right. There's very little stakes in terms of the individual moves. It's just there to look cool because we have no hard aspects of the magic system outside of Linker, really.
Right. So it's it is something that works for the thing that it does, but it's different than what we got this episode. So not only was this episode super cool, but it was also
really
something fresh. So
really
awesome.
fun animation too, like quite a bit. And in some ways, I almost wonder if the animators brought on for this one there combined the boxing style of Genjiro's stuff there with also the Cagliostro fight, so that they had the same kind of punching style.
She was doing some pretty awesome moves. Like the fact that the way that they basically showcased that her punches were powerful because she went from shooting the lasers at range to and I love that the whole pretense, or not pretense, but at the beginning it's the I'm going to fight dirty, right?
Right.
So she does the ranged lasers and everything, and they know that that's a thing that she can do. Okay. She uses the teleporting and all that stuff to lock them into another dimension, like we saw previously.
Also really cool.
Okay, cool. Right.
Wonderful.
That's a great way for one person to be able to fight against a group of them and theoretically maybe be able to do something, right? But then it's the no. You think you get within my range because I know that one of you is a swords person? Cool. Yeah. I can also do melee, right? Okay, there you go.
In fact, I'm better at melee.
In fact, I'm better at melee, right?
Yeah.
And then against the ranged person, yeah, it's also great for them because then I get into their range. Chris can't really do much when she's up in her face like that, and her punches hit really fucking hard.
And also, she used the environment to keep Chris from immediately jumping the gun, so to speak,
Right.
and firing on her because
buildings behind me.
The people that you care about are behind me. Yeah. So Cagliostro fought dirty
Yep.
and still lost because they hastily, quickly threw together the annihilation barrier stuff,
Right.
so that then the fight was over.
Cagliostro, you did good.
Yeah, you did real good.
You did real good. You kind of got cheated by plot stuff,
Yeah, some new mechs were introduced,
Right,
in
exactly.
5 minutes. Yeah.
And I love that Genjiro was straight up just like talking about the no. It's about to be the final act. We gotta hype things up and everything. It's like, okay, yeah.
Have you not watched any movies?
Right, have you not watched any movies?
We can't just fade to black and cut to the happy ending now.
Right, like the only way that this could have been more meta is if you also had the one like girl from Lydian to be like, yes, if this were an anime, then this would happen, right?
I just love that Cagliostro had like multiple references. Nothing personal, kid.
Yeah,
You shall
yeah,
not
right.
pass. Like most of Cagliostro's lines were actually like movie quotes and things like that.
Like she didn't just dominate like her opponents. She also dominated the scenery. Like she was chewing it up. Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to kill you. Yeah. Where was the part here where? Oh yeah, victory pose.
Yep. Oh yeah.
It was before this, but yeah, nothing personal, kid.
Like
but
she
I'm gonna
actually
kill you.
said that. Like
After just teleporting behind the
right,
Chris.
right. Like it's like, yes, this is a nothing personal, kid kind of thing. And then she actually says the line. Yep.
Also, yeah, Chris dropping the fuck off, which is like awesome, because that's definitely what all ranged characters say to the melees that leap on them. Get the fuck off of me! It's like, it's like a bug that just jumped into your ear. And you're like,
right, exactly. When it's like, oh, something landed on me, that could be a bee. Yep.
Everyone becomes a martial
something.
expert once, spider lands on them or the bee lands on them.
Yeah. Right. Oh man.
I love it.
But
I love it so much.
This was a fantastic wrap up to the episode and launching point into whatever's next in the show. And I'm really glad they did it because in the first half of the episode there was a lot of like exposition and flashbacks to things that like
oh gosh, yeah.
we had already seen. Like it's like, okay, that was just like the previous episode or even the cliffhanger of the previous episode. You don't really need to remind us that much.
Or show the whole thing.
Or show the whole thing. With the sacrifice deal, that was actually one though where I was like, oh, okay, there's a reason to it in that they gave us more information that Cagliostro heard what happened.
Right.
Cool. Still probably could have been trimmed a bit, but whatever.
Just
right?
start off with her being in the background and just seeing or hearing a part of it. Whatever.
But, it's more than made up for with the fact that all this stuff happened in the second half.
And it's also set up for the fact that Cagliostro is going to die here. But that is not a death that counts towards their goal.
Right, even though that might have been
done
her...
under certain circumstances.
Right, even though she might have been maybe intending do that. Like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll see. I also think that what she was trying to do is say, well, I'm not going to basically let you get put into a position where you need to do this. So if I can just kill the Symphogear users, then at the very least, maybe Adam will be like, no, keep them around for now.
Sure.
They're able to kill more Symphogear users. Let's keep just doing this the normal way, the slower way.
Yep.
But no, you lost. And Prelati is now going to have to get
Or Saint-Germain is going to have to fight back. And this is something that I'm really excited to see because previously we had seen that Adam and Saint-Germain weren't on the best terms, but it wasn't
really bad now.
But it's really bad now. Like it's not just we don't like each other, it's the you will do what I say because I'm
the leader.
I am the leader and I can kick your ass basically. Probably the most powerful. So
and Tiki is probably also another like one that'll make sure it's not an easy fight either.
Saint-Germain just lost. She lost basically her only ally that could still fight, right? Because right now, because Prelati is in recovery,
out of commission.
So it might be a point where, now granted, she might not have the time. They might not let her out of their sight or whatever, right? Because there's those runes on her back or whatever. So she clearly is mechanically involved in what's going to happen.
Well, they said they were doing a ritual of creation, which seems like okay. They're going to be basically invoking the things that will then probably be powered to then open the gateway to heaven.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. So they're in the beginnings of stage 1.
Yep.
They don't need to throw down now.
Right. But it's at a point where it's hopeless enough for Saint-Germain in her situation, if she doesn't want to just sacrifice Prelati, that I could see her actually being like, I need to ask these Symphogear users for help. And if that happens, that would be
fucking awesome.
That would be really, really cool.
I feel like this season kind of needs a bit of that as well in order to set up for whatever season 5 ends up being as well, because Saint-Germain feels like an exposition tool structure-wise,
right?
Where she can give a lot of info about what like fighting God even looks like. So like, like,
and
at the very least, we could just get a situation where the Bavarian Illuminati sets them up to fight God and then fails.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, we pass this off to you girls. Go. Good luck. Handhold your way to victory.
Like,
hopefully.
even, like, after the previous episode, I was expecting that we would get a lot more Saint-Germain, like, character focus and introspection and insight this episode.
Yeah, and it combined it with the finishing up of Chris's thing and Cagliostro, so it's like...
Right, yeah, we actually got it with Cagliostro rather than Saint-Germain because she ended up seeing, and hearing, the whole ultimatum and everything,
right.
which is really cool. But so now it's like, okay, what are we going to do there? Because that's still hanging in the air. It wasn't actually resolved. It's just now you only have one to choose from. So are you going to do it or not? So, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Really great animation though.
That was a kick-ass fight.
Enjoying the fight so much.
Yeah, even among Symphogear fights that are generally pretty hype,
And now all the girls can synchronize their songs with each other. That was the main point of the training, not to actually have them just get beat up by Genjiro, but for Genjiro to make them understand, hey, just because you guys are strong with your individual moves and stuff, you should understand that the thing that makes you the strongest is the thing that allowed Kirika and Shirabe to kick that alchemist's ass. And that was unison.
Yep.
And that doesn't have to be just because they absolutely are in love with each other.
Right.
Love helps, but you can be in unison with each other because
you have different kinds of love.
Love is not always just romantic. You
Exactly.
can love each other and have it be something that's a bond of, we've gone through a lot of struggles together.
But let's make no mistake. Shirabe and Kirika are romantically in love with each other. This is not gals being pals here.
No. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.